literally. Good morning, everybody. My name is Bug. I am in a band called Bug Hunter, and I'm here to do my Sunday stream. What's up? Who we got? Who we got in the chat? I see some new names. Let's start. Let's stream with a song, and y'all tell me what you want to hear, and I will take roll call via you telling me what songs you want me to play. I see I Like Ike is here. Julie wants Sweet Nothing. What's Kevin want? Tax Better Man wants A Bedtime Story. Alea Fuller wants Good Morning Sunshine. That's Matt's song. Sorry. Coin wants Bert. We got Robin a Bank. Hazy Horizon wants Deserve Me. Joseph Setchfield wants Making Up Words. Murex wants Echoes. A random dumb butt doing stuff. It says fanfiction is good. I haven't played fanfiction in... I don't think I played it at all last year. Let me actually look and see. When's the last time I played fanfiction? Fanfiction. Last time I played it was October 20th, 2024. Yeah, I don't play a lot. I play Robin and Bank every so often, but fanfiction, literally didn't play it at all last year. I really like that song a lot, but it falls in the same category of songs like Take It Back, where I can't mess up. Like, if I mess up Toddler with a Slingshot, I'm like, hey, that's fun. If I mess up fanfiction, it's just, why did I even bother? And it's not a song that I play often enough that I have it committed to full memory all the time, like Take It Back or Deserve Me. And so those combinations of like, I need to get it right, and also I don't play it a lot, makes it so I rarely bring it out. Thanks, Tax Better Man. I appreciate that. I see Deserve Me. There's not a lot of... let's see if... I see Making Up Words a few times. That's always a classic. Listen to Your Mom. A couple of Echoes. I don't remember Echoes. Sable Brushwolf wants Echoes. Are we Bummer Sundaying it? Yeah, we could. We could have a Bummer Sunday. I mean, I'm having a good day so far. I woke up at 9 and just played Hostage Negotiator for 3 hours, and then was like, okay, I gotta go up and stream. If you've never played Hostage Negotiator, it's a fun solo dice game where you're a hostage negotiator. Did I win? No, I lost every game that I played. It's a hard game. Okay, people are down for Bummer Sunday. What are my bummers? Is Listen to Your Mom a bummer? Do y'all consider that to be a bummer song? I could play Headlights. Yeah, sure, I'll do a Bummer Sunday. I haven't played this one in a while. It's off of Bigger Than Myself. It's not one of the best songs off of that album, but it is the best song off of my first album, Surge of Confidence. So, calm, the key is to be calm. Sure that my hands will settle soon. Just keep them locked at 10 and 2 and carry on. Need to carry on. 'Cause taking that final look behind me changes nothing but my mind if I stop now and turn the other way. I'm only going back for yesterday, only going back for yesterday, and it's okay. We're better off apart, but that's the part of me that voices things I never meant to say. We're like two cars in the night. Your headlights blind me briefly, then you're gone and we continue on our way. And well, I'm not feeling too well. I tried every trick to understand. If I seem lost, it's 'cause I am and I need help. Need a little help. I've crossed your path so many times, but right now yours just isn't mine. The road is clear. A sign as if to say, it's time you let the past be yesterday. Time you let the past be yesterday. And it's okay. We're better off apart, but that's the part of me that voices things I never meant to say. We're like two cars in the night. Your headlights by me briefly, then you're gone and we continue on our way. It's far enough away. You make me feel like it was yesterday. Make me feel like it was yesterday. And it's okay. We're better off apart, but that's the part of me that voices things I never meant to say. We're like two cars in the night. Your headlights by me briefly, then you're gone and we continue on our way. And my exit's on the right, the mile markers counting down the empty minutes of the night. And I drive on, letting limits pass me by as I search my rear view mirror, not for the dawn, but for the incoming headlights. Thanks everybody. I haven't played that song in a long time, and it is still pretty good. I like that one a lot. That was one of the first songs that I wrote that I would listen to. I'd be driving around in college and listening to that and be like, man, that's a song. That's a song. It's like a real song. Yeah, so, which is not the case for, I think it was the 52nd song that I wrote ever, because I kept track of that back in the day. It used to be that I had a list. Whenever I finish a song, I'd be like, what? That's my 18th song. There we go. I believe Headlights is 52. Making Up Words was somewhere in the 60s. Trying to think of, which is funny, thinking about Headlights. Yeah, Headlights technically on my third album, Bug Hunter album, being earlier than Making Up Words. I think Waving Goodbye was also another one that I wrote around that time. I definitely wrote Headlights first, and then I wrote Waving Goodbye, and then I think I wrote Making Up Words. The first song I wrote, you can go and actually listen to that. It's in the season 3 retrospective episode of Jam Mechanics. And if you don't know Jam Mechanics, that's a podcast that I do with Matt from the Narcissist Cookbook, where we write songs. And every season we do a retrospective when we try to do something like fun. Oh no, it wasn't season 3 retrospective. That was the song swap. It was the season 2 retrospective. Season 1 was an early demo of Two Bed, Two Bath, and a Ghost. Season 2 was both our very first recorded songs. And then season 3, we swapped songs. We just gave each other the lyrics of an old song from each other and tried to figure out how it went. Alaya, I know. Is it Alaya or Alaya? Let me know. I know that you were just saying good morning. I was being a silly goose. You seem like someone who has a really good memory. Would you agree with that sentiment? I think so. I definitely forget things, but I probably have an above average memory, but it's not perfect. Leia. Thank you. Mars bedtime right now. Julie says it blows my mind when you always remember the Jam Mechanics episodes for things. Yeah, my memory is really good for like track order of things, like, you know, the track order of like my albums. Like I know all those from memory. If you say season 2, episode 4, I can be like, okay, well that was Dynamite, and then Matt wrote the Deathalyzer song. What's the name of that one? The one where they invent the machine, that peak at the ending. Thank you. Yeah, what a great song. So like I remember those, but I also like I edit the episode, like I do the episodes and then I edit the episodes, and then I'm responsible for uploading the episodes, and I'm responsible for keeping the list of episodes on the Discord and on our website, and like so I have a lot of exposure. It's like I'm sure if you were just someone who's listened through the podcast once, it would be very hard to remember where everything was, but like I am so constantly reminded of where things are all the time. So let's do a little cozy Q&A. It is January 18th somehow, 2026. We out here, still working on things. It's gonna be a big month, big next 4 weeks for Bug Hunter. I know it's been a long time since there's been like big news going on, but it's happening. It's super happening. I've already filled out like almost half of the details and stuff for the Kickstarter. It's coming. Literally just waiting for Matt's visa. We are on business day 11 of 15 where it's supposed to be responded to, so that's happening this business week. And then once we know about that sets the timeline for tour tickets, and then that sets the timeline for running the Kickstarter, because we just want to kind of do everything at once. Just like let's get some synergy going, where, you know, Matt's looking at maybe doing a live album, I'm looking at popping out a Kickstarter, we're looking at probably getting tickets on sale for our US tour this year within the next month. So Coin asked, any updates for Matt's visa? Still just waiting. We took a little bit of a bigger swing this year, where we applied for a 3-year visa instead of a 1-year visa, which is, I think the 3-year is the more typical one. We've done 1 just to like keep the scope down, because we don't want to go back and forth, because every time you go back and forth it adds 3 weeks. And this year we started a little bit earlier, so we're like, let's go for the 3-year visa, and that way if it comes through, then like we're set for a long time, which is great. But it also introduces like, will they, won't they? We'd be pretty confident if it was the same exact visas as the last 2 years, but since we kind of upped the ante a little bit, it might cause, I don't know, something. So which has taken you more time, developing your guitar skills or your vocal skills, and which are you more proud of? That's a good question, because it like implies that I spent time on either of them beyond just doing what I do, playing music. I don't like push myself towards either of those. I don't like take guitar lessons or vocal lessons. I don't read up about theories about guitar or theories about vocals and singing. I just write songs, and I write them in the way that I can perform them that doesn't sound too bad, and I play songs and I play them in a way that doesn't sound too bad. So which am I more proud of? I don't know. They're both about all that they need to be for me to do what I do. So do you have a warm-up routine before shows? You always sound warm when you start singing during streams. No. I sat quietly playing Hostage Negotiator for 3 hours after waking up this morning, and then I walked upstairs and then sang Headlights. So I think it's because none of my songs take any particular amount of skill to sing, and don't stretch my vocal range in any way, so it doesn't matter that much. Now if I'm playing a full show, like if I haven't played a show live for like 3 months and I'm about to go play 12 songs into a mic in front of a crowd, you know, my voice, I might start losing my voice a little bit by the end of the show, and I need to warm up about that. But to come on stream and play a couple of songs, it's gonna be what's gonna be. Humble, but I'm not being like faux humble. Like my songs aren't they're from a technical perspective of singing, I don't have any range, and so they all kind of live here, and I don't do high notes, I don't do low notes. So People asking about upstate New York. We don't have upstate New York on our map this year. We had to cut a couple of shows this year to make the schedule work, and because we've come to Buffalo and Rochester the last 2 years, we are skipping it this year. And I apologize about that. Unless something changes. We haven't locked everything down. Something could go crazy wrong, but we have Boston and we have Akron and nothing in between. So still planning on coming to Indy? We are still planning on coming to Indy. I'd love to see you in New Orleans or anywhere near. We're going to be in Austin, so that should be good. Would we ever come to Kentucky? We might someday. This year, our plan is Indianapolis and Akron and Michigan for the Midwest. Right now, we don't have a Nashville show lined up. Nashville's kind of a weird city. We always try and do a show there, but if we find a show in St. Louis, we're going to do it there instead. So, still planning on coming to Denver. Always coming to Denver. Sean the Girl. Don't know if you recognize me from my screen name. It's been a while. How's the Kickstarter you played for our 10th anniversary? I do remember you. Was that the Rough Draft Kickstarter? It has been a while. I'm doing it. I think that was one of the first Kickstarter kind of private shows that I ever did. It was the second one I ever did. Yep, I'm full-time now. If you haven't checked in since then, I was 7 years. I travel the world. I play sold-out shows across the UK and America, and it's really happening. So thanks for believing in me back then. That's really cool. I do remember you. The Rough Draft is probably my favorite album of yours, says Rainbow Sprinkles. That is so valid. It's a great album. Tax Better Man wants to know, have you ever forgotten your lyrics on stage or while performing? Absolutely. All the time. I'd say the average show has 0.5 forgotten lyrics. I'd say every other show I will mess something up, either a line. Sometimes it's not noticeable. Sometimes because a lot of my verses and choruses will have the same structure, but then like the last line will be different, and I'll say like the second one where the first one should have been, and I can fool people into just like the one that I mess up a lot, and you might notice me on stage. Let's see, where's my cape on? The one that I mess up a lot, especially if I haven't played in a second, is Robert, I'm so sorry, didn't mean to scare you, I'm just not used to being alone. Robert, you see, no, it's Robert, I'm so sorry, your house ain't haunted, you're just not used to being alone. Robert. Oh my god, I can't remember this song. There's Too Bad, Too Bad Than Ghost. I'm just trying to get to the part where it's the grief line. This is a terrible example of me just being like, yeah, I have a great memory. I'm forgetting Too Bad, Too Bad Than a Ghost. Yeah, it's Robert, all the creaks and shifts are just the sounds you missed. So the first one, it's Robert, all the creaks and shifts are just the sounds you missed. The second one is Robert, all the shifts and creaks are just the signs of grief. So I say Robert, all the creaks and shifts, and then I rhyme with shifts, and then I say Robert, all the shifts and creaks, and I rhyme with creaks, and it is super hard for me to remember which one goes which where. And I mess that one up all the time live, but I normally just play it off. If I say shifts and creaks, I say signs of grief, and if I say creaks and shifts, I say sounds you missed, and only the diehards notice that I did it wrong. Almost Actor says, "Don't you hate it when there's too much laundry in your laundry?" Yeah, that was a classic one. That was one of my favorite ones. Do you wonder why there's so much laundry in your laundry when you wash it? And instead of saying spandex in your laundry, I said laundry in your laundry, and I just like was like, hold on, that's definitely not it. But it's good to know that people remember 2 years later ways that I've messed up my songs live. So that's really comforting to know. Show us the guitar while playing. I can't. It's down here. Sorry. It's just not the angle of my camera. I would be like, I could scoot back a little bit, I guess, but then I'm against the wall. So, do you have any songs you don't like when people ask for? Sometimes in certain contexts. I don't like, it's not that I don't like people asking for songs. I'm not like Matt, who's like, well, hit you if you ask for the alpaca song. Like, I like all my songs. But there's certain contexts where I'm like, yes, but consider that this is a child's birthday party and you want me to play Take It Back. And it's like, the vibes, they'll be awful. But I do it anyway. It's fine. But I'm just like, there's probably better choices for different contexts, but the only reason I would say no to a request is sometimes I don't know it or not confident enough to play it. Hazy Horizon wants to know, how many guitars do you own and do you play different ones for different reasons? I don't play different ones for different reasons. I just have a guitar, and then I have some backup guitars that exist just to be backup guitars. This is my newest guitar. I got it after the last US tour because Southwest was going to charge me like $300 to check my guitar to come back on the flight. And so I just left it in Nashville with my parents and said, okay, I fly with this guitar enough that it's starting to add up, where if I have to pay $300 every time I bring this guitar, like, I fly with it enough that I could just have a guitar in Nashville and I could have a guitar in Richmond, and that way when we do tours from Nashville I can just use that guitar, and when I do tours from Richmond I can just use this guitar, and then I only have to fly a guitar out to Seattle when we fly out of there, because when I go to the UK I just use Matt's guitar. So what guitar model? It's a Taylor. Taylor with a tuner. JJOOEE asks, was it you who I found on YouTube years ago because you sang a song at your brother's wedding as best man? Yeah, it was. That was a popular video, but it was very unconnected to Bug Hunter because it was before Bug Hunter was like a band that people listened to. But I did have one viral song on my channel. It was like, I think the first song on my channel, where I wrote a song for my brother's wedding, or his best man, the best man speech, and I wrote a song for his wedding, and it was filmed because my sister-in-law's cousin was like a videographer, and so he was videoing the wedding, and he just happened to like get a good video of it, and I just put it up on YouTube, and it got like posted to Reddit by somebody random, and then it got like 100,000 views in like a single day. And but it was at a time where like I think maybe Torn Between a Couple was out, but like nobody watched that video and was like, oh, this guy's a musician. I just seemed like I was just a little brother writing a song. And it's a very good song, but it's very rare in 2026 for people to know me from that, because that was 10 years ago. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, anybody who found me through that would probably be very surprised to know that I am a real ass songwriter that does it full time now. So. Rainbow Sprinkles asking about Bug. Yep, that's me. That was before Bug Hunter. Says it's such a Bug song. It's like, hey, isn't this funny? And now you're crying. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that was the first time that I like played a song for people and got that kind of like reaction. and it was intoxicating. Yeah, that was one of the best days of my life for sure. Yeah, it felt like I had done something. I was like, oh, that was really good. I did a really good job with that. And then just went right back to the open mic thing. And then let's see, would I have written Dear McCracken by then? That was 2016, and I wrote McCracken. No, I would have. The flight for McCracken would have been about 4 or 5 months later. So. My clock is crooked. You're right. Why did I switch from Bug Hunger from Bug Hunger? Because at the time that Bug Surge of Confidence album shared a Spotify page with 7 other people also named Bug, and Spotify didn't care enough to separate them out because we weren't big enough. And so when I wrote Torn Between a Couple, I was like, I'm just gonna get a fresh, clean slate. I actually like these songs better as kind of a first album, and so I changed it to Bug Hunter because my last name is Hunter. So. Julie wants to know about what was going on around the time you wrote Disco, what inspired it. Disco was the most written song. It was the most written and rewritten song. I think I more lyrics went through Disco than probably any song I've ever written, I'd say there was 4 different songs that all shared that intro line in common that I was like, all right, it's done. And then I would play it and I'd be like, I'd show it to my bandmates and we'd be like, no, that's not it. And then I would rewrite it like from scratch, like change the entire idea, keeping the first line. And then I think we played it live at a show in Seattle. You know, we were doing kind of small shows for like our friends and coworkers, and it went okay, and it was close-ish. Then it started to have the I just want to be more nostalgia, receive like a hot dog down at the dog park line. And then I remember going camping and writing the first verse and second verse. I remember I was camping with some friends in Mount Rainier, and I was sitting in a folding chair, and I was writing I am more the quiet type, pretend to be a shyer guy, safe as knee and elbow pads and cul-de-sacs with traffic lights. I spend most of my time alone. But then the chorus was still kind of this like with words that I don't remember. And I remember that somebody close to me was like, you need to stop putting so many words in your songs. Like, I challenge you to write a chorus that's only like 6 words. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not the thing that I'm good at. And so I wrote the chorus. I wrote the chorus and the end of the bridge. Wouldn't it be the best if all the answers to our questions came as sheepish realizations, obvious and retrospective? The answer for anxiety that's crept into your head is as simple as your printer, you forgot to plug it in. That was there, and then I went back to the studio after the band had already like gone home, and I rewrote and recorded the plug it in instead of oh God, I can't remember my lyrics today. It's as simple as your printer, you forgot to plug it in. Instead of playing Twister with my lyrics, cause I can, and filling every syllable with lots of bullshit, I instead give you a simple sing-along. You're hoping will come next, but I load this mother up and I do what I do best. And that was the correct choice, because it's my most popular song. Did any lyrics from the old versions of Disco end up in any other songs? Yes, the bridge of Braggin'. Used to be. And I'm diving right in it, I admit it, what's the, because there was 2 different versions of it. Let me look this up. Let's see, the Braggin'. And I am diving right in it, I am swimming just to make a big splash. Little fish in big pond, little bird in bird bath. I can puff out my chest as I float on my back. I am buoyant, I guess, when I learn to relax. If I'm gonna speak up, then I better impress. Make my diaphragm grow and my vocal cords stretch, and my voice will get hoarse, but my story will spread like a ponytail toad at the top of my head. So here's my promise, don't wait for flawless. It wasn't those exact words, but it was very much that bit of bragging. That I ended up that used to be the bridge of Disco, and then I took it out, and then it ended up being the bridge of Braggin', and then I modified it a little bit and put the horse pun in there. So. Spite is a powerful motivator, Coin says, and I couldn't agree more. Here's a song. It's not your fault, kid, I still love you. It's not your fault, kid, I still love you. I had a family, mom, dad, dog in a backyard, my own room and a guitar. I was stuck on F and I couldn't get past it. Now I think it's stuck in the attic or dad's place, or maybe the storage box that he got when he got kicked out. And that just happened to be when you came around. It's not your fault, kid, I still love you. You're my baby brother. It's not your fault, kid, I still love you. You're my baby brother. Mom won't love you, so I hope that yours does. You've got her eyes, what a shortcut, and our dad's smile that I've rarely seen yet. At least it's absent every other weekend when I'm dropped off and lodged in the corner spot in a cot set up in your room. How this happened to me because of you. It's not your fault, kid, I still love you. You're my baby brother. It's not your fault, kid, I still love you. You're mine. But you're not a text on his phone left unguarded. You're not a hotel charged to the family card. You're not even them caught in the act. No, you were 9 months past. Now you can't be ignored or talked out. You just happen to be the proof that knocked us down. If I seem shut down and muted, that's just what I found is easiest. But I've changed so much, can't tell what's me and what's now. Ship of Theseus, gave myself up to the termites, left to rot down at the bottom. This is not the boy I wanted, but I am damn sure not my father. It's not your fault, kid, I still love you. You're my baby brother. Bummer Sunday. I like that song. It's from Jam Mechanics. If you don't recognize it, it is from season 2, episode 7. So. One of the rare songs where, yeah, I only changed one line. I think that's done. I think that one's done. I don't really have any more notes for that one, so. And yeah, the Ship of Theseus line I just repeated twice because I was like, the shape of the song needs to be, there needs to be 2 lines here, but I didn't have another one in the 3 hours, so. Is that going on an album soon? Maybe. It's very possible. Here's the thing. So I'll explain it to y'all because it's hard to explain in like the Kickstarter itself that I'm about to run, which should be live within, I'm going to say 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks maximum. I did change the intro. Good catch, Coin. I have 2 full albums that are both almost done. Basically, if I there's one song that if I put it on album A, it's done, or if I take that same song and I put it on album B, it's done. And so right now I'm like, either way, I have an album, so I am going to run a Kickstarter, and the Kickstarter is going to be for that album, whatever it is. And when I run the Kickstarter, I will not know, and that's just gonna be what it's gonna be. And it doesn't matter to y'all because it doesn't matter. It's gonna be the 5th Bug Hunter album anyway. But so I'm gonna run a Kickstarter for that album. And then as part of the Kickstarter, I am also going to be raising funds for the first half of the hook verse album. So I have 5 songs for the hook verse. If you don't know the hook, it is a song that I wrote from Jam Mechanics. I've written several other songs in Jam Mechanics for it. And so the first half of it, I want to get out as an EP this year. And so it'll basically be a Kickstarter for an album and a half, basically a Bug Hunter album and then a Jam Mechanics EP. And then I'll go and record probably both albums, at least partially. I'll probably end up skewing more towards one. I have an idea right now, but that has flip-flopped a bunch. And then any extra funds that we get from the Kickstarter will just go into the other album, and likely I won't have to run like a full Kickstarter for that second one, but it's not going to be promised. I'm not going to be like, well, this Kickstarter is 2 albums and an EP, because then if I don't get around to getting that second album done, or I'm not happy with it, then nobody's like, well, I didn't get the thing that I wanted. It's the Kickstarter's for an album and an EP, and then I'll use any extra funds to hopefully get some production done for the second album, and then hopefully just drop that not in the not too distant future. So Julie asked, have you thought about how many tiers there will be for the Kickstarter? Yeah, so basically I'm going to be like running both of the Hook EP and the Bug Hunter album like side by side, where both will have a t-shirt and both will have a sticker pack and both will have a guitar pick that has art for it. And then obviously both will have a CD. Only the Bug Hunter album will have a vinyl, because I'm not going to do a vinyl for the Hook Verse EP until I finish the whole thing, not just the 5-song EP. So I won't be doing a vinyl for that. It's like as far as fundraising. And so basically you can go in there and just be like, well, I want to support the Bug Hunter album, or I want to support the Hook EP, or there's an option that like saves money for both. If you want to do both, then you can get the shirt from both, and the sticker pack from both, and the guitar pick from both, and the CD for both. And then obviously just piecemeal. If you just want like, I want to support both, I want to support the CDs of both, but I do want that Hook shirt, you can do that too. So Kevin says Hook verse songs are The Chase, The Hook, The Lighthouse, The Devil, and Itchard Noir. It's funny. No. And then also beyond that, I have some Jam Mechanics songs that I want to just release that aren't going to be on any albums. And a lot of the things that are on these albums are Jam Mechanics songs, or at least variants of Jam Mechanics songs. Like you'll definitely have to like anticipate that, like when I say I have a new album coming out, it's not going to be 11 new songs you never heard before. Like it's going to be rewrites of Jam Mechanics songs. There's definitely some new songs, but like I have by the end of next week, I'll have written 40 songs for Jam Mechanics, and that like it's not I write songs and also I do Jam Mechanics. Jam Mechanics is the window that people get into me songwriting over the last 3 years, and so at least half, if not the majority of songs will be things that I pull from Jam Mechanics and rewrite and shape into the album. So I'm really excited. Julie asked if the process for writing songs has changed since doing Jam Mechanics. Yes, it's changed a lot in that it's like 85 to 90% just writing during Jam Mechanics, because it's a really good day devoted once a week to work on a song and try and get it done and then show it off to my friend Matt. So. Yeah, so I'd say by the end of this year, like there'll be a good amount of Jam Mechanics songs published either on the Jam Mechanics page or the bug just made into full Bug Hunter songs. I do have some Jam Mechanics singles, something like Liberal Kitty, right? Liberal Kitty doesn't belong anywhere near a Bug Hunter like full album, but I do want to just put it up on Spotify because I played it a lot this year. It's super fun, and I just want to record it and get it out under Jam Mechanics. So. Mildly Poetic says, my name's Bert, the urban burb. I got one wing, it doesn't whirb. Which is very funny. Liberal Kitty not on Hooky Feed, no. The Hooky P will have songs that you recognize, and there will be some songs that you don't recognize, so. Alright, let's wrap this up. I'm hungry. So let's do one more song, and then I'm gonna go eat some lunch. We've done Bummer Sunday, but I'm open to anything. Liberal Kitty. I haven't played that in a little bit. Deserve Me. We got 2 votes for Deserve Me. Agamemnon. Lighthouse. Fanfiction. I'm probably not gonna play fanfiction. I don't know it. I'd have to read it off the screen, so. Yeah, you know what? I never play this one. Let's do it. I'm gonna pull up lyrics though, because I don't always remember it. Get out of here. Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna pull up these lyrics. I'm not playing fanfiction, even though that's just what I talked about. I'm gonna play a different sad song. Let's see if I... It's very funny. Again and again, start over from scratch, build up from the ground, the new kid in class. I tell them my name again and again. I try to be kind and hope for a friend, and hope for a friend. It's like a game of hide and seek. They count to 10 and look for me, but it's been half an hour. I'm still crouched behind the couch and think that maybe they've forgotten me, gave up, gone to watch TV. But I'll be hiding quietly in case they circle back for me. The childhood I had, an outsider in my head, again and again. Again and again, we pack up and move. I skip like a stone, new school to new school, unable to float and holding my breath, afraid to approach. Will you be my friend? Will you be my friend? It's like a game of hide and seek. They count to 10 and look for me, but it's been several hours. I'm still crouched behind the couch and think that I'm the piece they'd rather lose. The seed you plant that never blooms. A new kid much too nervous to step up, stand out, or leave his room. The childhood I had, an outsider in my head, again and again. Class, we have a new student. He's a little withdrawn. He just moved here from Texas or Nashville or Mars. He'll be gone before long, so he's not worth the trouble. He's a novelty when all the clicks are connected. The ephemeral friend. It's like a game of hide and seek. They count to 10 and look for me, but it's been 20 years and I'm still crouched behind the couch and think that I'd be different had I known that birthday cakes and milestones would mark my progress growing up, like years of eating lunch alone. The childhood I had, an outsider in my head. I asked myself, without it, would I be the bug I am again and again? It's like a game of hide and seek, but it's my turn to search and see. I still know all the hiding spots to check to find the lost, and thank the childhood I had, an outsider in my head, but never again. That's a song called Hide and Seek. One time I played it in Richmond at a show, and I made myself cry very unexpectedly, and I did not know that it was going to. But it didn't today. Today I'm heartless. No, that is a good song. I don't know. I feel like it's a song that nobody ever brings up unprompted, but then when I say it, all of a sudden all the fans of it come out of the woodwork and they're like, I love Hide and Seek, but unprompted, it's almost never brought up. So maybe I just have a very skewed view, because it's not a song that you put on repeat. You know, it's like I can't judge it by the same standard of like Disco in the Panic Room. Like it's not going to get 13 million streams because it's not a song that you want to listen to over and over and over again, unless you're having a bad day. So the metrics for success for that song is a strange one. So. Bug crying on stage for the win. Yeah. No, that's cool. If anybody has any more questions in the last minute here, I'm happy to answer anything people want to know. Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for Colin Plays Guitar. Is this live? Yeah, sure. This live stream is live. What's lunch? What's for panini? Great question. My ladybug just made a bunch of roasted vegetables. I like shoved some roasted broccoli into my mouth before I came upstairs, so I might go munch on that, and then I will. Our bread was molding. You turn your back for 2 days, and the bread got a little mold spot on it, so I can't make a panini today. But what else do we got? Oh, I've been making the sandwich. It's so good, y'all. It's so good. So I panini-nize it at the end of the process, but like, write this down. So this is the best breakfast sandwich in the world. In the world, any restaurant you've been to, it's so good. And it's very I have very specific instructions. So if you deviate from these at all, I can't help you. The biggest 3 ingredients that you need. These are the ones that are important. The other ones don't worry about it. You need Impossible breakfast sausage patties. So they're in the freezer aisle. They're in like a red bag. They are the Impossible. So they're like the fake meat. They're breakfast sausage patties. They're like this big, and they're pre-cooked. You just put them on the griddle for like 2 or 3 minutes just to like warm them through. That's ingredient 1. The main one then is pesto from Costco, and the Kraft Chipotle aioli. Chipotle aioli I get from Kroger. The pesto, it has to be from Costco. Pesto varies wildly too much between different places. Pesto from Costco, Chipotle aioli. You take equal amounts of both of those and you stir them together. So I make like a pesto Chipotle aioli. It sounds weird. It's very, very good. You take that in a little like dish and you just mix it together like just a little bit. And then you take the sausage patty, you warm it up, you put it on a English muffin. It could be any English muffin that you like. A slice of pepper jack cheese. It can be any cheese that you like, but pepper jack. And then you panini-nize those. So you take the sausage, the cheese, and the English muffin, and you press that. So that becomes a panini. And then while that's cooking, you cook 1 egg, just like one egg. And then when the cheese is all melted on top of your sausage patty, you open it back up again, you put the egg on it, you slam it back down, and then you dip that in the chipotle pesto aioli. And it is the best sandwich in the world. I invented it, TM. If I had a food truck, I would serve one item and it would be this, and it's so good. So, yeah. Get after it. Don't panini-nize it with the egg in it. It's not going to work. You need to panini-nize it and then cook the egg and then combine them. So, Paul says, oh, you cooked. That's very funny. Yeah, you got to try that. It's so good. I make it for my wife and myself every day. So, I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. Keep your eye out for things. I'm going to get you a Discord link if you are not in the Discord. It's a good one. I want to invite my friend to the Discord. Here is the Discord link. You can get in there, hang out with all of us. We're going to have a Jam Mechanics episode. I think it's episode 7 coming out on, not tomorrow's the bad Monday, but a week from tomorrow. And then within the next month, by, what's today, the 18th? By February 18th, we should have tickets. We should have Kickstarter. We should, it's happening. It's like fully happening. So, thanks everybody for being here. You are all goobers. And you should go to bed.